How are you and Jackson sort of handling the competition this week and not really knowing exactly who's going to be the starter, or maybe you
Yeah.
already do?
No, just coming out here and competing every single day, just pushing each other to be better. Iron always sharpens iron, and at the end of the day, whoever's playing on Saturday is going to be prepared to go in and get a win for us.
Where I mean, you obviously came in late. I mean, where have you had to kind of grow and learn the most within this offense over the course of the season since you got here?
Yeah, I think for me personally, it was more of a lot of mechanics that I had to fix. Coming here and being able to run this RPO offense and the things that we run, just fixing my eyes, a lot of things that I didn't necessarily have at Stanford, which I think, kind of affected me in a negative way. But Coach Stone and Coach Austin have done an amazing job of pointing those things out, helping me, giving me tips on how to, work on those things. And that's really been the main thing for me is working on my mechanics and, figuring all that out.
Now that you've been able to go back and kind of look through the film from the Arkansas game, just like where are you taking from that performance, and what are you trying to build on in particular this week?
Yeah, I think it was a good performance, but I also think we as an offense and myself left a lot out on the field. For example, we should have had an easy throw to Malcolm, but my feet got a little antsy, got out of the pocket. Just things like that, knocking the rust off and getting back out there, getting these live reps against these SEC teams. I think it was a good game, but it's also even better to go back and watch the film and see, what we left out on the field and what we could have done better on Saturday.
Ashton, looking back, what did it mean to you to sort of come off the bench and lead this team to the first SEC win after
Yeah.
going through four straight losses?
Yeah, it meant a lot, for this community, for this program, for these coaches, everyone involved in Auburn. I think it meant a lot just to go out there and, being down 11 at half and coming back and just fighting and battling, stick it in there, when things get hard. I think, man, we fought so hard. So, I think that's a huge testament of all the work we put in. It finally went our way, and that was a big time win for this program.
You ready to start, come off the bench, whatever you're asked to do Saturday?
Absolutely. Whatever I'm asked to do, whatever I can do to help this team win, I'll be ready to do so.
What's the next step for this offense after that win on Saturday?
Yeah, I think just being consistent. Obviously we showed a lot of promise out on the field, but we also showed a lot of areas where we need to work on and get better on. And I think that already from this practice that we're working through those things, and I think we're going to be very well prepared for Saturday.
Give us an example of what